Hey, GM everybody. Welcome to what's going to be another great DevNTell. So if you didn't know, DevNTell is a 30-minute podcast held by DeveloperDAO, allowing builders to showcase something they're passionate about or been building in Web3. So it's going to be an awesome project we're working on, demonstrating and testing best practices, automation goodies, smart contracts, etc. Basically, if you've got a passion for something, this is your opportunity to share it with the Web3 community here. And today, I'm ecstatic that we're going to have Chris Chernikoff, who's the founder of Telemetree, on the show. So if you didn't know, Telemetry helps businesses acquire more users from Telegram with the help of their product analytics, user profiling, and robust ad targeting. So if you stick around for today's show, you'll learn all about Telemetry, the common challenges around creating dApps, how Telegram as a platform transforms the way you onboard users, and you'll also be given a brief overview of the Tom blockchain as well. But before we get into all of that, let's hear from the sponsors of the show. Today's episode of DevNTell is brought to you by Consensus 2024 by CoinDesk. Consensus is the largest and most established global hub for all things crypto, blockchain, and Web3. Get your $299 developer pass today to connect with the industry's largest concentration of blockchain builders, learn directly from top chains and protocols, as well as join the IRL Easy A Hackathon. Use the link in the description below to grab your ticket today, and for the first 30 people to register, you can save 20% with the code DEVDAO. That's DEVDAO. Now to today's episode. Hey, Jam. Hey,
How's
Chris.
it going?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I really appreciate you taking the time.
It's my pleasure. I've been a long time fan. So
thank you, man. Thank you.
Always cool.
Excellent.
Right. So,
I guess if people aren't familiar with yourself, did you want to give a brief intro before we get into the content?
All right. So my name's Chris. I'm from New York. I work with Ton a lot, with Telegram a lot. I'm the founder of Telemetry. We are helping businesses get more users from Telegram and retain those users. And my team, we launched and sold 2 of our Telegram apps. We're probably one of the biggest Telegram experts in the world right now outside of Telegram's team. And I personally believe that Telegram is the move for Web3 builders, and I'm here to talk more about that.
Excellent. I'd love to hear it. Yes, as we all know, Telegram is pretty huge in the Web3 community itself. A lot of people use it just as a quick messaging platform, but I'm curious to hear all the little hidden gems that you have in store to reveal.
So it might be helpful to think of Telegram as sort of like metric system. People don't really use it in the States for some reason, but it's a big deal everywhere else. Telegram has like 1 billion of monthly active users, and recently Telegram added wallet to all of its users outside of the States. That allows businesses and Web3 builders to essentially start onboarding Web2 audiences without seeing any significant challenges like UI challenges. Because I know that you and I both know that onboarding people is one of the biggest challenges Web3 projects might face. It's inarguable. Like even an app, if you remember StepN, a simple app, running app, the concept is as straightforward as it gets. It's still one of the biggest challenges they face is obviously onboarding, because you need to wallet, you need to on-ramp some cash, you need to remember the seed phrase. It's so annoying. And the magic of Telegram is that it allows you to bypass it all. You can look. We'll go over a couple of examples of apps, but essentially it allows you to allow Web2 users like your mom, your grandma, your aunt to start using your decentralized application, start doing something, and then profiting from it. So Telegram essentially switches the order of things. So instead of introducing users to Web3, first they introduce to the key features that you have, whether that a game, whether that material, anything, and only then they introduce Web3, because then the user is already hooked in, they're already interested, because it just doesn't scale that well in any other way. If you remember, a good example is Friendtech. They required users to have wallet and they required to buy keys, but it was inconvenient. It was just a massive headache. no one really liked that. And we like Telegram because it solved for that. And well, I'm here to talk more about that. I'm going to share a bit of slides, and we'll go into talking up, and bam. All right. Perfect. So during this session, we'll talk about OpenLink Summer. It's a massive hackathon that Ton organizes, and I think it might be the opportunity for you guys, for the builders, to actually make it big. I'll introduce OpenLink, and we'll come back to it a bit later. So OpenLink Hackathon essentially is a hackathon, 2-month-long hackathon that with 4 different tracks with massive prize pool. And essentially what they ask you to do is choose one of the verticals, build a simple project, and if you show the traction, if you show the promise, they'll put all the resources they have into you. They'll provide you with Telegram ads credits. They'll provide you with funds to scale, to funds to build the team. They provide you with guidance, with marketing support, with everything. So if you believe me, and I really want you to believe me, that Telegram is the move, I think that the OpenLink Hackathon is the opportunity for you. Because one of the obviously hard things about Web3 is that you need to know people. With Hackathon, you don't need to know people. You just need to build an awesome product. That's it. That's the magic. So if you have free time, you have the team, I encourage you to go into the hackathon. We'll talk a bit more about it later on, and you'll see the benefits of this. So my name is Chris. I mentioned that. I worked at targeting at Facebook. I worked with Drift Protocol, Wargaming, VIP Kits. For the context, VIP Kits was my first ever exit through acquisition by VIP Kits with mini program in WeChat. So that's how I know how this entire ecosystem should work and feel like. And that's why I know what resources I need to provide you guys with to ensure that you have amazing time with Telegram. All right, so we're going to split this entire thing into 3 short parts. We'll talk about Telegram. I'll show you a couple of case studies, and we talk about hackathon. So Telegram is a messaging platform that we already know. But what you don't know is that it's also home for apps and games, sort of like Facebook, right? So you have this weird mix of WhatsApp kind of messaging with apps, right? We have bots, we have games, and we have mini apps. Now, I want to focus really on the mini apps niche, because this is essentially a gateway to Web3. Mini apps is essentially a useful way for you developers to think about it would be the following. A mini app is an built-in browser within Telegram that opens a certain web page. So for you as developers, you just need to develop like backend, frontend, regular web development. Telegram will handle the rest. So why it is awesome? You have unique opportunity to personalize everything for the users. So you can take their name, you can take their profile photo, and these levels of personalization, they show significantly higher retention rate and lower churn. So more users, more money for you. That's a big thing. And another thing that you need to keep in mind when developing is that because it's also within Telegram, the sessions are way shorter. So you might want to develop an app that is something simple. Landing protocol is a good idea. Clicker game is a good idea. Just some mini game is a good idea. Then let me show you this slide. So that's one of my favorite slides, because a lot of people ask, so why do I care about mini apps? Why wouldn't I just develop a mobile app? And that would be a valid question, and we have the answer for that as well. So first of all, mobile app development is way more expensive, and mini app allows you to kind of start onboarding the users this very second. You don't need them to sign up. I mean, they're already on Telegram. You don't need to know their name. You already have their username from Telegram. You already have bot as the way to send push notifications. So just develop a web interface and you're ready to go. It's as simple as that. I saw teams, real story. I saw teams with 5 developers, okay? Not developers, like 5 team members, including developers and marketing guys. They scaled to 3 million users online, not at the peak, like average online. The team, I'm not going to disclose the name of the team because they will be mad, but the team is making like half a meal per month. 5 people, Telegram. It's crazy, right? So please pay attention to that. That's this market is something that is going to transform Web3 forever, and you guys need. I want you guys to be ahead of the curve. So let's go through a couple of examples. So your protocol is this landing protocol. I thought that it can be a good example of just DeFi app. As you can see, I pulled a couple of screenshots. They don't even require users to connect the wallet. They go through a simple onboarding process, and they show whatever they want to show. That's very easy to do, very clear, very straightforward. Well done. Now, clickers. Now that is very interesting because no one talks about that for some reason outside of Telegram, but people need to talk. So clickers transformed Telegram meta forever. So imagine this. Notcoin comes around in January. A simple clicker game, as dumb as you can imagine. You just click, you get coins. You get into communities, you click together, you farm coins. That's it. Imagine this, right? As dumb as it can be. The guys did 25 million users in 29 days. 25 million. They had one of the biggest drops, like coin drops, last week. That like was in top 10 in crypto coins in total value locked in, I think, and that was wild. And that's not all. You see? Well, developers are also smart, right? They saw the success of Notcoin, and like, we will do the same. We'll take all the mechanics, we'll do the same, and get this nerd. Not only were they successful, they were even more successful than Notcoin. Check this out. So Notcoin, total 35 million people. Some of the clickers got 5-6 million, but Hamster Combat, and I checked yesterday, they, I think, crossed 40 million users. And that's, I think they onboarded this number of users in, I want to say, a month and a half, 40 million. They're preparing for the coin drop. They're going to make so much money. It's insane. And what's even so important is that they're essentially targeting not only Web3 adopters. They already, like, Web3 adopters already lost all the money. They're targeting Web2 users who just want to click, who want to band into communities. Because the thing you need to understand about Telegram is that obviously Telegram has one-to-many channels, right? Like broadcasting channels, like Twitter. But there also group chats. So think about this. Think about Discord experience when you chat with your boys, right? And you play the game. That's the key to the scale. Or, for example, think about just local communities, like Binance community. They have a chat. They chat about something there. Bam, introduce the game, make the people band into community around Binance, around Bybit. Bam, you have scale, immediate scale, because they share, they play, they are retained. And what's even more magical is that you just literally don't spend any cash on it. Like, this is literally free. This is literally free for you to explore. I talked to the founder of the Pixels, one of the bigger games on Telegram right now, the guy from California. He shared that sometimes they would just drop a link into like this Chinese group chat community. They would get 10,000 users just overnight, like this. And they're retaining those users. They're still like monetizing those users. So that is the magic of opportunity. That is the magic of referral systems. That is the magic of Telegram. You can start onboarding just your regular like Sues and Joes and start getting them into crypto. This is the magic juice. Okay. So why it works? Obviously, we have paid promos and Telegram ads. We have robust referral systems. So it's very easy for users to start inviting their friends, their families, just acquaintances, just random people from group chat to start making some extra cash or like earning more coins. Obviously, you have several layers of anchors. You can anchor the user through the channel with the news. You can anchor the user through your stories. You can anchor the user through reactivation, like through bot notifications. So, and that way more. There are also way more ways to activate the user in the future as well. So essentially, you get the capabilities of all the capabilities of Web3, DeFi, gaming, or everything that exists out there right now, plus Web2 audience, plus advertisement, plus robust referrals, plus tons of reactivation mechanics. So think about if Discord or if Twitter had like legit working a high quality DeFi way to engage with DeFi protocols, right? What project I'm talking about Telegram, and why Telegram is the move for Web3. Thank you, Nelson. Great question. And now we're getting to the most amazing part, to Ton. Love Ton. And I think you should love it too, because Ton is really interested in scaling it up. Ton recognizes one of the biggest challenges of Telegram. Right now, most of the developers, they don't know about Telegram. That is the problem, because I know for a fact, like I look at you right now, I look at you and like I lay out these facts and like, holy hell, why the hell did I not hear about that? The problem is that Telegram is not really in the media. Like you don't see Telegram in the media like WhatsApp, for example. They don't spend resources on marketing. So you end up with this thing where a lot of people know of Telegram, a lot of people use Telegram, but they don't really talk about the capabilities and the experience with Telegram. And I think that's what Ton is looking to change with the Open League Hackathon. So first of all, about the Open League. So the Open League is this big KPI-based competition among DeFi projects on Ton. So the more value you get locked in, the more users you get into your project, the more points you get. The more points you get, the higher ranking. The higher ranking, the higher prizes you are going to get. I think the winners of the third season that ended in April, I think they earned like $300,000 in prize money or something like that. So a lot of cool opportunities. But obviously, the Open League is for big projects. How do I get into it? And that is a great question. You can get into it through taking part in the Open League Hackathon. So it's a competition that is going to, well, I think the registration lasts until until the end of June for sure, but sign up earlier than later, please. There are 4 tracks, onboarding systems, so games, Telegram mini apps, SocialFi, so anything about communication, communities, all that. DeFi, obviously, so lending, staking, all that, and e-commerce use of Telegram mini apps. So 4 very straightforward tracks. But right now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. There are like the competition there is not that fierce. Like if you actually, like I actually believe this. Like you can crucify, put me on the crucifix for this, but like this is what I believe in. The competition there right now is not that fierce. If you have a team of developers, if you have a good, reliable team of developers, you can get into any of these tracks, you can build an awesome product, and you'll get support. So that's what I actually believe in, and that's what I think you should do. So now, when it comes to support, first of all, for each track, the prize pool is $300,000. Also, the winning teams get Telegram ads credits, 120K in Telegram ads credits. That's a lot of money, guys. Then they are granted access to Ton Accelerator, and their investments can be up to 500K. And obviously, they're also getting 3 projects from the hackathon is getting into the Open League. So total prize pool is $2 million. And I think this is one of the biggest hackathons that I've seen in some time, in a while for sure, because you don't really see the ecosystem that is this young, because Ton and Telegram is obviously a young ecosystem, having these resources, this much resources put into the developer community. That's part of the reason why we're doing this DevNTell, because the message that I want you guys to have is that this community is not looking to sell you on anything, but I think this community is looking to just onboard as many developers as possible to start building, because Telegram, one of the things about Telegram is that Telegram is very decentralized geographically wise. You have 20 million here, you have 40 million there, and this means that these are all different languages. So Ton and Telegram, they need developers from different locations, from different geographies to tap into that potential, to kind of start building something that makes sense for you and your community. So there's that. And if you want to build something big, please, I encourage you to scan the QR code, apply to hackathon. I think it can be an awesome opportunity. And see, we have even 10 minutes left for questions and me talking about telemetry. So while we wait for questions, I'll also mention telemetry because that's one of the main projects that I'm working on. Very passionate about that project. I'm going to just give you brief highlights, so it won't take too much time because I'd rather answer the questions if they have, if people have any. So telemetry is like Google Analytics for Telegram. So think about this. Telegram has multiple entities. We have chats, we have channels, we have bots, we have mini apps, and you need to be able to trace the user from point A to point B, like from the beginning of the journey to the end of the journey. And essentially, that's what we're doing. We develop a novel way to understand the interest of the users and the way users behave within Telegram and within your mini app. We have SDKs for you to simply install the same way you install Google Analytics, just 4 lines of code, and you can get analytics, events, Web3 analytics. So if a user connects a wallet at least once in our ecosystem, like for example, NARP, you really care about Notcoin, you decide to connect the wallet there. And then we associate your Telegram account, your Web2 identity with your Web3 stuff. So now, even if you join different group, we still remember you have that wallet. So even if you join the group without connecting the wallet, we can still say, hey, like these people have, on average, we depersonalize the data because GDPR compliant, so we depersonalize, but on average, members of this group have this amount of Toncoin on their balance. That's the volume of their transactions. These are the assets that are popular, and that's the age of their wallet. And currently we're working on also risk assessment. So what it creates this fascinating system where we essentially become the data engine for Telegram development. So we can do anti-fraud protection. So think of airdrops. We can reliably say, hey, we saw these people are reliable. You can give them your tokens, but this kind of sketchy, probably avoid them. Then we have reputation. So think about this example, pass KYC once, you pass KYC everywhere, because we remember that we saw you before, right? Then obviously you have a unique, right now, a lot of NFT and pre-airdrop communities, they assess the activity of the user literally on the activity. Like, okay, they're active, they're sending messages, sounds all right, maybe we'll invest. But now can reliably say like, hey, this % of the users connected their wallets. That's what we know about those users. That's what we know about those wallets. And it just transforms everything. It just brings so much clarity. We take the transparency and reliability of on-chain transactions, off-chain, and we bring that transparency to Web2 spaces. Because you know yourself that there's so much scam. There are so many rug pulls happening all the time on Twitter. And essentially, we want to clear the space. We want Telegram to be reliable, transparent, and a good space for developers and community to build whatever they're passionate about. So that's telemetry, product analytics for Telegram and Telegram mini apps. So yeah.
Wow, personally, I'm quite blown away. I had no idea Telegram was so powerful. So thank you so much.
Honestly, that's crazy. You have. It's very hard to even articulate how powerful it is, because essentially the way I would also think about it is like you have Telegram, right? And Telegram they have these mini apps built in browser. We figured that out. So think about all the web stuff that you have, all the mobile experience that you have. You can put it all into a mini app, to the point that to make things easier, because I book a lot of meetings on Telegram, I literally have a solution that sends a Calendly link as a mini app. You just open, press 2 buttons, you book a call with me directly without leaving Telegram, all within Telegram, all within one ecosystem. And that is just pure magic. And once developers figure out how, I know they'll figure out how to build on it, Telegram will become the Web3 killer app. Telegram will become the super app for Web3. Yeah. Billy Jutsu is totally right.
Literally a communication organization tool. It's true.
Yeah, but
True.
see, it can be so much more than that, because a lot of people, especially outside of the States, they use Telegram for the news. Like, for example, you probably didn't know that. We know that. Brazil is massive market for Telegram. Latin America is a massive market for Telegram. Did you know that the president of Brazil has around 2 million followers on Telegram? 2 million followers.
Really?
Massive thing. Yeah.
Wow.
Same thing in Ethiopia. In Ethiopia, Telegram is the most popular messenger. So now think about this. Do you remember what happened with the Philippines and the farming community for NFTs? I'm blanking on the name of the game. So right now we see the same thing for clickers within Telegram, because essentially we can tap into those communities in the developing countries, like Ethiopian communities, Nigerian communities. Like, it's very popular. Like, clickers are very popular among Nigerian communities right now, and we can kind of move their efforts. So they farm, but they can sell the things they're farming for to the developed countries. So, for example, you personally, you don't want to sit there and farm. You want to get all the benefits. So we can kind of, within Telegram, kind of can connect those economies together, and it can be really awesome, because you can deliver value and money to those developing communities, and they can deliver their time and value through like playing games and selling new stuff. So that's also
Interesting.
really awesome. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, that sounds quite powerful, and like like I said, I'm quite blown away. I had no idea like Telegram had all of this under the hood. I think
so. One more thing.
Yeah.
So that's why before the show, I mentioned Farcaster. Farcaster secured 150 million investment, I think last week, or like 8 days ago. And that's what baffles me the most, honestly, because Telegram right now, Telegram has all the capabilities of Farcaster. You have mini apps with seamless authorization. You have Discord-like chats. You have Twitter-like accounts. They have everything. You just like come in there and build. And that's why I'm like so surprised that people more hyped up about Farcaster frames when Telegram mini apps, literally the same thing. Literally the same thing. You open up this nice app, you interact with it. Literally the same thing. So I want people to be more excited about Telegram. That's my goal in life.
So on that topic, what are some good like getting started, quick start guides and tutorials? Because I feel that maybe there's a lack of that, or the SEO on that isn't like popping up on search engines.
One of the best things to start with is obviously Ton resources. Ton has a couple of really good resources on mini app development. Then also during the hackathon, hackathon we're talking about, they had a series of, I think, 11 or 12 workshops with people. We did like 6 workshops around the development. The Ton team did around 4 or 5 workshops around scaling you up, getting funded, marketing, all that. So all the resources, all the videos on like Door Hacks YouTube as well. I'll send you the links for the people. But yeah, it's a good starting point. But that's the thing about Telegram. You don't really need to know. You need to know very few things about Telegram to start developing, because you need to know how to build a website. You need to know front end. You need to know back end. But other than that, it all just comes down to connecting small bits from Telegram, like kind of working with Telegram as like this connection layer between the users and your web experience, essentially. And that, I think, I honestly think that any decent developer, like with 2, 3, 5 years of experience, they can figure it out in a week tops. The documentation is out there. Documentation, I'm not gonna lie to you, documentation is not the best documentation in the world. Can wish for more, but it's there, and it's already way better, because I mentioned that before. My first ever exit was with WeChat mini program, a very similar concept as WeChat mini apps. And like I know that Telegram is so much more convenient, is so much more comfortable than WeChat ever was, like for developers. So yeah. And Nelson asks, do you work with Telegram crews? I'm not part of Telegram team, if that's the question. My startup works with Telegram, and we build tools and instruments for people who build on Telegram. And I'm a massive Telegram nerd. I built the startup because I got so tired that we don't have resources. when we launched our first app, I think we spent like half of our marketing budget on like guesswork, because like we didn't know anything about the users. We didn't know like where to send ads, how to target ads, what users to choose. Like we didn't know anything. And I started building telemetry because we wanted to kind of become that guiding compass for the developers that we missed, like to help them get more users, get more money. Yeah.
Interesting. And
Yeah.
one question I had just before we wrap up is,
Sure.
do you foresee like DAOs kind of transferring from their default of like we just run in Discords to perhaps running fully fledged in Telegrams? And
That's
in
a very
Telegram,
good question.
yeah.
Like if you see, that's a very good question. As a Telegram fanboy, I'll say yes. As more realist, if you want a real answer, it's difficult to answer because you are going. You're fighting like you're going up the hill because people are already used to Discord. It's like it's very hard to switch your habits. So I assume that old DAOs, sure, they will stay on Discord. They'll stay on Discord. They'll die on Discord. But new DAOs, yeah, I already saw multiple examples of DAOs that work with Telegram or within Telegram, because the moment we see the growth among like Telegram bots, for example, they allow way more robust interactions within the space, if that makes sense. Like you have inline buttons, you can connect wallets, you can monitor the messages. Like there's just so many things you can do if you like just sit down and do them. So yeah, I think future DAOs, yeah, I think that Telegram is better for that than Discord for sure, because Discord is kind of Discord is like you need to open tons of links, you need to figure it out, you need to ensure that the server is correct. It's just like it's such a headache.
I mean, like one of the major in my head, like one of the major perhaps detractors of people really digging into Telegram is because there's so many different messaging platforms, and people's perceptions are like, oh, Telegram is just like another messenger, like another Slack or something like that, that perhaps people are just like tired of all of that, tired of the multiple apps. So
I get that. I get that.
So
I agree
it's
with
like
that.
having everything in like having like one everything app that actually does everything
but
would be
you also need to think about the users. So if you are a builder, you want to go where the users are. If they're on Farcaster, you go on Farcaster. If they use pigeon mail, you go and you buy a lot of pigeons and start sending pigeon mail. And Telegram right now shows that there are a lot of users. So I'm going to wrap it up with this. I'm going to wrap it up with this romantic thing. So Telegram is, I think, one of the, I've never seen anything like this before. We have 1 billion of users, 1 billion of monthly active users that are not monetized right now at all. It's like an ocean of users, an ocean of opportunity. And they're not tired users like on Twitter. On Twitter, like they're used to people trying to sell them stuff. They're not tired like on LinkedIn, because on LinkedIn you have tons of spam. No, they're just like legit users from different geographies that you can monetize. And there has never been such a place like Telegram that would have all those users in one place with all the tools already ready for you to kind of conquer that space. That is very, like, this is very romantic. Like, it's like Wild West, you see? It's like you see like this opportunity. It's like, hell yeah. So yeah.
Love it, man. Yeah, and I think I'll probably be digging a little bit more into this as well. I mean, it sounds like there's an ocean of opportunity, and it's quite easy to get started. So, gang.
I'll send you the links.
Excellent.
Exactly. Like worst case scenario. Okay, like imagine worst case scenario. Oh wow, you build decentralized app that you can still promote on Twitter and literally everywhere else, because it's like you can build your web app both as mini app and also as an independent web app. So you don't prevent onboarding people from different spaces as well. So it's like win-win scenario, really.
Exactly. You got nothing to lose. And
exactly,
Nelson asked if you can get a link to Telemetry and how to connect with you. So the link to telemetry is actually on the YouTube. If you
Yeah.
rewatch the session on YouTube, it's in the description as well as Chris's Twitter handle. But on that, are there any other ways to get in touch with you? Telegram?
Just Candy Flipline, my Telegram, my Twitter, just like my Twitter, my Telegram. You can hit me up. Please don't spam my Telegram. I'll get upset. I'll get very upset. But other than that, and one other question. What do you think about projects like Notcoin? The open platform, it's one of the bigger VCs in among like Ton and Telegram area. They had an amazing article on their Medium about the future of gaming, and gaming coins, like GameFi coins, right? They performed the best compared to all the other coins like throughout the years. GameFi was always reliable, and I think that Notcoin's success is just yet another evidence how reliable gaming is. The route to mass adoption is not lending. It's not DeFi. It never was loserless lotteries. It was never that. The key to mass adoption is something your mom, your aunt, your sister, your kid would enjoy. So simple game that they can enjoy, they can share, and share it with your friends. So this is the secret to mass adoption, and the secret to mass adoption is within Telegram. It's very simple.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. We don't need any more protocols. Build the apps, people. Build the apps. But that's a great place to cap things off. Thank you so much, Chris. Really appreciate you taking the time today and enlightening us on Telegram, Ton, and Telemetry. It's very eye-opening. Yeah, man. My pleasure.
Right.
And before everybody leaves, I'd like to share, the QR code for people to scan to claim their NFTs for attending today's DevNTell. So what you want to do is scan this with a QR code scanner, fill out the form, and you'll be airdropped a DevNTell attendee NFT for being in attendance today on the show. So you'll have an hour and a half from now to be able to fill this out before the form closes. So definitely get on that. And with that, I just want to wish everybody a happy Wednesday. And thank you again, Chris, for coming on. And
my pleasure.
We'll catch you all on DevNTell this Friday with Sdesh and Push Protocol. So we're really getting some awesome content this week. So you want to stay tuned for that. All right, all.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one. See ya.